Good morning, my butterfly friends. We are obviously in the greenhouse, and you probably are hearing the wind blow like crazy. This is one of the hazards of living in Benton County, and that is the wind. We do have, I think, more than 600 windmills in our county. It's just about always very windy here, and I showed you the havoc that the raccoons wreaked on one of the greenhouses. Let me show you what the wind did on one of our greenhouses. We have 3 little ones. I'm in one right now. It's the least wrecked greenhouse. We've stored the tractor in here over the winter. We've stored hose and things over the winter. But we had a tornado come through the county. It hit north of here last week, but then on Tuesday this week, we had a windstorm. And although it wasn't a tornado, it was, shall we say, significant. The tornado that we did have, let's see if I can stand here in the corner where there's less wind. The tornado we did have a little over a week ago went through further west and a little bit north of of where we live. Our pastor lives about 5 miles northwest of us, and it hit him pretty hard. They lost their kids. Woo, crazy! They lost their kids' play set, tipped over their beehives, slammed a trailer into their camper and broke a hole in the side of the camper. Just a lot of damage that Sunday, so it's been a couple of weeks ago. But then I told you we had a windstorm here on Tuesday, and it was just wind. It wasn't anything else, it was just wind. And let me turn around so you can see what the wind did to this greenhouse. Here, let me come over here and show you a little bit more of the damage. Most of the greenhouse right there. I have these tie downs on the greenhouse, and I'll come over here back out of the wind a little bit. I have, let me move this stuff so I can show you a little better. On the inside of the greenhouses, I have these tie downs. So on the inside, these are 15-inch spiral stakes. They go down in the ground quite a bit, obviously. And I've got 8 on the inside of the greenhouses here. And you can see the structure didn't go anywhere. However, the wind has just been brutal and took the coverings off. Now, I have, let me come over here and show you. I have these straps holding the coverings down, all the way down. 2, 3, 4 straps on the outside, and those straps are indeed attached to more spiral stakes. But as you can see, I had landscape staples holding down the covering, and the wind has just flat out pulled out the landscape staples. I'm eating my hair. The joys of living in Benton County. So we can cover the mic to keep it from being so windy. And so, I wanted to move all my trees out of the greenhouse as the weather got warmer. And I can see that God helped me with that by removing the covering on the greenhouse. So, yep. So now my trees are outside, and I did absolutely nothing to bring it about. I'd been thinking anyway about turning this greenhouse into a screen house that would let the water in, because it's a lot of work to try to water all these trees. And I'm not sure which trees are going to survive. Some of them you can see have just been eaten down. Look at that, eaten all the way down to the dirt, a good many of them. Those were my American plums. And I'm not sure who's going to wake up and who's not. I see down here, these are my chokeberries, and they're doing beautifully. I have some pussy willows right here, and they're doing well. I just stuck these in a great big container here, and you can see, even though some of it may have died up here, they're all alive down here at the bottom. The chokeberries, I had some blossoms on here. I wonder if the blossoms have been eaten. That might be a blossom coming on. No, that's a leaf. Anyway, these are my chokeberries. You can see they're doing well. But I don't know. You can see have been knocked over, chewed up, and at one point I even saw that we had a nest of bunnies. I have all of my plants sitting on these bread trays, trays like what you get from the bread store. Saw someone selling some of those and I bought them. And that keeps my plants up off the ground so the roots air prune on the bottom and I don't get plants growing into my landscape covering here. So this is supposed to be part of the behind the scenes work at the Meadow. And this week, the cleanup continues. You can see from the, we call it the rave house now, that we had to pull everything out of the rave house. And I'm waiting to see who might wake up. I don't know. I don't know who's going to wake up. I think all of my lavender is probably a foregone conclusion. But as you can see, somebody ate a lot of my plants in the greenhouse. So I don't know what's going to happen. Who knows? Kind of feels like I'm starting over, but we'll see. I just know that it doesn't really matter. To do the best I can. And God will bring me the people that He wants me to come in contact with, and we'll just go from there. So keep growing, keep growing, keep propagating good thoughts in your life, keep trying. That's all this message is. That's what I'm going to keep doing, even when the wind knocks everything over. Just keep going. All right, that's all for today. I actually need to run back downstairs and finish teaching my ESL classes. I just wanted to come out and catch the video. Oh, yesterday I did not post a video. Oh, good. Some of my willows are waking up here. Hi, guys. Say hello, willows. Hello, willows. That makes me happy. I didn't post anything yesterday. And here are my baby's daffodils. Yesterday was an interesting day. Let me swing, get out of the wind a little bit here. Yeah, there we go. Started at 4:30 in the morning with an emergency trip to the ER with my husband. Won't go into it, but it was kind of scary. And that trip to the ER, first thing, 4:30 in the morning, kind of wrecked the rest of the day. But that's okay. He's okay. Cover the mic a little bit, keep the wind off of it. My husband's okay. We're going to keep an eye on him, make sure he continues to thrive. And again, just keep growing, That's sort of my spring. And that's what nature does. You cut a tree down and the roots send out more trees. And oh yes, here's the blossom. Here's the blossom. I don't know if you could hear her. She's winding around my legs at this point. So, in spite of raves, in spite of wind, in spite of blossoms interrupting the video, yes, there she is. She's a good girl. Yes, she is. She's a good girl. Just keep growing, my butterfly friend. Bye-bye.